Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to learn how to make the beach skirt that you have just seen at the beginning of the video. This has a floral motif design around the waistband, and then it has this very flowy look as well as fringes at the base of the skirt. Now when it comes to the materials, I use this robin yarn. It's a fingering weight yarn. It's acrylic because that's the light look that I was going for. I'll also be recommending a cotton yarn that you can look for to substitute with this robin yarn. And for the yarn, I used approximately 5 balls of this for the whole project. Each ball is 50 grams, so that means 250 grams of yarn, and each ball is also 300 yards, so that means 1,500 yards total for this project. So do your calculations and substitute using any yarn that's available to you. And then you will also need 2 crochet hooks. That is a 3mm crochet hook and then a 4mm crochet hook. The 3mm is going to work on the floral motif as well as the body of the skirt, and then somewhere along the way we shall switch to a 4mm when it comes to the construction of the bottom design. And then you'll also need a measuring tape, a darning needle, and a pair of scissors. And the color that I'll be using for this project is white, but feel free to use any color of your choice. And then if you would like to make a custom order with me, you can also just reach out to me on this link and I can customize it for you in your preferred color. So if you would like the written pattern, it's already available on all my online shops, and I'll be leaving the link on the screen as well and in the description box below. So let's get started. All right, so to start our motif, you're going to create a magic ring, just like that. Insert your hook under here and grab the working yarn, and then hold and remove your fingers. From here, you're going to make a chain of 1, which doesn't count as anything, just to close off the magic ring. And you're going to make a chain of 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So this counts as a double crochet, chain 2. Double crochet into the magic ring. This makes it 2 double crochets because we have this one and this one, and we want a total of 8 double crochets. So chain 2, double crochet into the magic ring. Those are 3 double crochets. Chain 2, 4, chain 2, 5, chain 2, 6, chain 2, 7, chain 2, 8. So we have our 8 double crochets. Just to cross check, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. So you're going to get the tail of the magic ring and close it off just by pulling on it. And then you're going to make a chain of 2 and go into the 3rd chain of the first chain 5 here. Insert your hook and pull through all. That's a slip stitch. That marks the end of round 1. Now we're going on to round 2. You're going to make a chain of 1, and into the next chain 2 space you're going to place 1 single crochet, 1 half double crochet, 3 double crochets. This is 1, 2, 3, 1 half double crochet, and a single crochet into the same space. So we've just placed 1 single, 1 half double, 3 doubles, 1 half double, and 1 single. And then we're going to repeat that in each and every chain 2 space. So again, into the next space, 1 single, 1 half double, 3 doubles, 1, 2, and 3, 1 half double, and 1 single. That's all. You're going to repeat that all the way around. So this is going to create very little petals, and we want a total of 8 petals. So far we have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and we are going to repeat until we have a total of 8 petals. So I'm placing my last single crochet into the last chain to space.
Now, doctor asked me to reach out to you.
Alright, so after your last single crochet, you're going to slip stitch into the very first single crochet of the round. Make a slip stitch there. And we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 petals. Now we are going on to round 3. You're going to make a chain of 1 and single crochet into the same exact space. And you're going to make a chain of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And place your single crochet in between the 2 single crochets, between the 2 petals. Just find a space there and place a single crochet. So we've created a loop. We're going to go ahead and create loops around every petal. So chain 7 and single crochet in between the 2 petals. Chain 7, single crochet between the 2 petals. You're going to do that until you have a total of 8 loops. So we have a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. This is the 8th loop. And after your chain of 7, you're going to slip stitch into the very first single crochet of the round. Just slip stitch there, and that marks the end of round 3. Now we are going on to round 4. You're going to make a chain of 1 and into the very first loop you're going to place 1 single crochet, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, 3 double crochets into the same exact space, 1, 2, and 3, and then single crochet into the same space. That's all that you're going to create in these loops. So you're going to repeat the same exact thing. Single crochet into the next loop, 3 double crochets into the same loop, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, 3 double crochets into the same loop, 1, 2, and 3, 1 single crochet into the same loop, and then we're going to cross over to the next loop. You're going to repeat that until you come to your very last loop. Alright, so we've come to the last loop, which is this one, and you're going to place 1 single crochet, 3 double crochets, 1, 2, and 3, chain 2, 3 double crochets into the same space, 1, 2, and 3, and then a single crochet into the same space. So we've made it all the way around, and you should be having a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Then from here you're going to go into the very first single crochet of the round and place a slip stitch, and then you're going to make, sorry, this is round 1, 2, 3, 4. This marks the end of round 4, and we're going on to round 5. For round 5, you're going to slip stitch in each of the next stitches until you get to the chain 2 space. So you make 1 slip stitch in each stitch until you get to the chain 2 space. From here you're going to make a chain of 14. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, and 14. After your 14 chains, you're going to yarn over twice, preparing for a treble crochet. Insert your hook into the same exact space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. That's our very first corner. Then from here you're going to make a chain of 7 and single crochet into the next chain 2 space. Chain 7 and into the next chain 2 space you're going to create another corner. So yarn over twice, treble crochet into the chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, chain 9, treble crochet into the same chain 2 space. So that's our next corner. Then from here you're going to make a chain of 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. And into the next chain 2 space you're going to place a treble crochet. So yarn over twice and treble crochet into the next chain 2 space. Just like that. Chain 7, create another corner in the chain 2 space. So treble crochet, chain 9, treble crochet into the same exact space. So we've created another corner here. So we have this corner, this corner, and this corner. Then from here you're going to make a chain of 7, single crochet into the next chain 2 space, chain 7, treble crochet into the next chain 2 space, chain 9, treble crochet into the same chain 2 space, and then from here you're going to make a chain of 7, treble crochet into the next chain 2 space, chain 7, and you're going to slip stitch into the 5th chain, counting from the base. So 1 2 3 4 5. Into that 5th chain you're going to make a slip stitch. You're going to make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn, pull through. So this is our very first motif. So one thing that you have to keep in mind is in between the corners, on this side we have single crochets and on this side we have double crochets. So you'll see where we need to apply these double crochets here when we are joining onto the next motif. So you're going to put this aside and we are going to start on our second motif that's supposed to join onto this one. This is our very first motif. And all you have to do is repeat the same exact process from the magic ring. Repeat round 1, round 2, round 3, and round 4. And for round 5, I'll come back and show you how to join round 5 onto the round 5 of the previous motif. Alright, so we've come to the end of round 4 of the second motif. Remember, the first one is this one. Now for the second motif, you're going to slip stitch in each of the following stitches until you get to the chain 2 space, and you're also going to slip stitch into the chain 2 space, just like that. And you're going to make a chain of 14, just like we did for the first motif. And then from here you're going to make a treble crochet into the chain 2 space, pull through 2, pull through 2, and pull through 2. And then you're going to make a chain of 7, single crochet into the next chain 2 space, chain 7, treble crochet into the next chain 2 space, chain 9. So instead of chaining 9 this time, you're going to chain 5. 1 2 3 4 5, and then we're going to get our second motif and we are going to attach it along the side that has a double crochet here. So make sure you place your work like this, and it should be a double crochet here. Then you're going to go into this chain 9 space, pull this loop through and make a chain of 5, and then treble crochet into the same chain 2 space of the new motif, just like that. So what that has done is join the 2 corners together. From here you're going to make a chain of 4, 1 2 3 4, go into the chain 7 space, pull this loop through and make 1 2 3. That's a total of 7 chains. And then into the next chain 2 space of the new motif, you're going to place a treble crochet. So yarn over twice, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. That's our treble crochet. Chain 4, insert your hook into the chain 7 space on the opposite side, pull through the loop, chain 3 more to make a total of 7 chains, and then yarn over twice, go into the next chain 2 space, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. That's a treble crochet. And then make a chain of 5, remove your hook, go into the next chain 9 space on the first motif, pull through, chain 5 more, prepare for a treble crochet by yarning over twice, go into the same chain 2 space, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So what we've done is joined the 2 motifs along one side. So this is what we have. And then from here, the side that's not joined gets a single crochet in this part on the sides, as you can see here. And then on the sides here we have double crochet stitches. So we're going to make a chain of 7, single crochet into the next chain 2 space, chain 7, and then create another corner here. So treble crochet, chain 9, and triple crochet into the same exact space, chain 7, single crochet into the next chain 2 space, chain 7, and then slip stitch into the 5th chain counting from the base. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Then you're going to place a slip stitch, insert your hook, pull through all, chain 1, and cut your yarn. So these are 2 motifs joined right now. So we're going to keep joining different motifs onto each other until we get this measurement to be our waistline measurement. So I'm going to get the next motif and I attach it to what we have here, just like I have demonstrated for the first 2 motifs. Alright guys, I ended up doing a total of 6 motifs. You should make sure that this measures your waist circumference. So I'm doing a total of 6 motifs, and then the 7th, which is this one, is joining onto this side and onto this side of the motif on this side, so that we create a round, something that looks like this. So I've finished joining on this side, as you can see here. Now I'm creating a treble crochet into the corner, and then chain 7, single crochet into the chain 2 space, chain 7, treble crochet into the next chain 2 space, chain 5, and then bring the last motif on this side, and we are going to join it onto what we already have here. So we are joining this corner and this corner. just as we've been joining all the other corners. The only difference is the last motif is joined on 2 sides. So chain 5 more and treble crochet into the same chain 2 space, just like that, and then make a chain of 4, attach, chain 3, treble crochet into the next chain 2 space, chain 4, attach into the next chain 7 space, chain 3, and slip stitch into the 5th chain, counting from the base 1 2 3 4 5, attach here, and since this is a corner and this is a corner, I'm going to just slip stitch 5 times into each of the next 5 chains. So this is the 3rd, the 4th, and the 5th, and then you're going to get the 5th chain on this side in this corner. So 1 2 3 4 5, and into that 5th chain you're going to create a slip stitch and make a chain of 1, cut your yarn. So let's see what we have. So let me get my measuring tape and I just confirm the measurement. Okay, so if I take a measurement across my waistband, I have a total of 14 to 15 inches without stretching, and the waistline measurement I'm considering is 28 to 30 inches. So this is perfectly fine. We are done with the motifs that go around the waistline of our piece. Alright, so after the motifs, we are going to create a mesh pattern at the base of the motifs. So find one side. You either create this mesh pattern on this side or on this side. So I'll create mine on this side. So you're going to attach your yarn in any chain space, and you're going to make a chain of 11. After your chain of 11, go into the next chain space and create a single crochet, and then chain 11, single crochet into the next chain space, and you're going to repeat that all the way around. Alright, so we've made it all the way around. I still have this space, so I'm going to chain 11 and single crochet into the next chain space, and then chain 11 and slip stitch into the very first chain of the next chain 11. Right there, you're going to slip stitch and you're going to make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn, pull through. All right, now we're going to count the number of chain 11 loops that we've made around. So starting with this one, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16 17 18 19 20 21 22 23 24 25 26 27 and 28. So I have a total of 28 chain 11 loops. All right, now we are going to create the skirt that we are going to attach onto our flower motif that we've just done. We're going to switch from our 3mm crochet hook and we switch to a 4mm. This is just for this row, which is actually this round, which is round 1 of the skirt, the very top of the skirt, and we're going to be using a double strand. So you're going to start off with a slip knot, and with your 4mm crochet hook you're going to insert your hook there into the loop, yarn over, pull through, and yarn over, pull through. That's how I prefer to make my slip knot. Now we're going to do a foundation single crochet round. So you're going to make a chain of 2, 1 and 2, and then we're going to insert our hook into the very first chain, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, and yarn over, pull through 2. So it may appear as 4 loops because I am using a double strand, but the 2 count as 1. So let's do that again. This is our very first stitch of this round. So you're going to turn your work around and you're going to go into the braid below, into those 2 loops at the base of the foundation single crochet that you just did. Insert your hook there, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, pull through 1, and yarn over, pull through 2. That's the second stitch. Then you're going to turn your work to the base still, insert your hook into these 2 loops, this one and this one, and just like that you're going to yarn over, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 1, and yarn over, pull through 2. So you will see that your braid is getting longer, or your stitches are getting more and more. So turn your work to the base and insert your hook into the 2 loops at the base of the previous stitch, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through 1, and yarn over, pull through 2. Make sure your stitches are not very tight. So you're going to continue doing this until this foundation single crochet round. We shall join it into a round later on, but for now it's still just a row. So you're going to keep working until your piece can stretch to your hip circumference. This is going to be a stretchy row, as you'll see later on. I'm going to keep working until I get this foundation single crochet row to stretch to 40 inches, which is the hip circumference that I am considering for my design. So you can see what I'm doing. Keep working and I'll meet you back when I have my desired number of single crochet foundation single crochet stitches. So this is the top of the row and this is the bottom. It kind of creates a braid both at the top and at the bottom. Alright guys, for me I ended up doing a total of 110 foundation single crochets, and those could stretch to my hip circumference that I am considering for this design, which is 40 inches. So you're going to make sure that your foundation single crochet row is not twisted, and then you're going to slip stitch into the top of the very first foundation single crochet stitch. You're going to slip stitch there, and then you're going to make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn. pull through. Now we are going to switch to a single strand. As you can see here, this may appear a little bit small, but when I stretch it, now that we've joined in the round, it should measure half of your hip circumference. You can see here I have about 15 inches without stretching, but it can stretch up to 20 inches, as you can see here. So half of the hip circumference that I am considering is the 20 inches because the work is folded into half. And then we are also going to switch to a 3mm crochet hook. So make sure that you're now using a single strand. You're going to make a slip knot and attach into that stitch where you place the slip stitch. And then you're going to make a chain of 3, actually 4. Make a chain of 4, which counts as our very first treble crochet, and then treble crochet again into the same exact stitch. So yarn over twice and go into the same stitch, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. That's a treble crochet. And then for the next stitch, you're going to place 1 treble crochet. So you yarn over twice, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and yarn over, pull through 2. So this is a treble crochet round, but one stitch gets 2 treble crochets. For example, the next stitch is getting 2 treble crochets, and then the next stitch will get 1 treble crochet. Yarn over twice, insert your hook, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through 2, pull through 2, pull through 2. And then for the next stitch, you're going to place 2 treble crochets. So that's what we are going to keep alternating all the way around until the end of our round. So this is round 1 of treble crochet stitches. So 2 in 1, 2 in the next, sorry, 2 in 1, 1 treble crochet in the next, 2 treble crochets in the next, 1 treble crochet into the next. So repeat that all the way around, and I'll meet you back towards the end of the round. All right, so we've come to the end of the very first round of treble crochet stitches, and I am placing 2 trebles into the very last stitch. It doesn't matter whether you end up placing 2 or 1 in the last stitch. And then you're going to go on top of the first chain 4 and place a slip stitch, and that marks the end of round 1 of the treble crochet stitches. So we're going on to the next round, which is round 3, because round 1 was the foundation single crochet, and then round 2 is the treble crochet stitches, and then round 3 you're going to make a chain of 1 and turn your work. Make sure you're working in the opposite direction of the previous round, and then you're going to go into each and every stitch with 1 single crochet. So single crochet once in each and every stitch all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the beginning of the round. All right, here we are. We're back. We've made it all the way around round 3, which is a single crochet round, and I'm placing my very last single crochet here into the last stitch, and you're going to slip stitch on top of the very first single crochet of the round, just like that. Now this is round 3, and round 4 you're going to make a chain of 4 and turn your work. This time round, the treble crochet round is not going to be a round of increase. So after your chain of 4, you're going to turn your work so that you're working in the opposite direction of the previous round, and you're going to treble crochet once in each of the following stitches. So 1 treble crochet in each and every stitch around without any increases. So make sure you're always working in the opposite direction of the previous round, and no more increases. We're just going to work plain stitches all the way around, and I'll meet you back at the end of this round, which is round 4 and is a treble crochet round. One stitch in each and every stitch from the round below. So we've come to the end of round 4, which is a treble crochet round, and I've just placed my last treble crochet in the last stitch of the previous round. Now you're going to go on top of the chain 4 at the beginning of the round, insert your hook, pull through all, and that's a slip stitch. Now we're going on to round 5, which is a single crochet round. So from now on, we're just going to repeat round 3 and 4. Round 3 is the single crochet round, and round 4 is the treble crochet round. So you make a chain of 1 and turn your work. This is round 5, and the odd rounds look the same and the even rounds look the same. So when you turn your work, you're going to just go into each and every stitch from the previous round, placing 1 single crochet in each and every stitch around. And then when you finish this round, you repeat round 4, which is the treble crochet round. So this is the effect that you're going to keep creating, the long stitches and the very short ones. So it's like there's a ridge between the treble crochet rounds. There's this kind of solid look in between. So I'm going to keep working until I get the length of the skirt that I want for myself, and I'll also be mentioning how many rounds that I ended up making, and then we shall come back and see what to do next. Alright guys, for the skirt we ended up doing a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 times 2, 26 rounds, excluding the foundation chain. So we have a total of 26 rounds. I've been counting the single crochet rounds, and that creates 2 rows. So there's this round of trebles and then the single crochet round. So we have a total of 26 rounds when the treble rounds are counted, as well as the single crochet rounds. And this gave me a total of 10 inches. That's the length that I want for my skirt before I attach the floralist design that we have just done. So from here, you're going to introduce your skirt, and you're going to count the number of stitches that you have for your foundation single crochet round. So for me, I'm going to count the number of stitches I have all the way around on this side of the foundation single crochet round. Alright, so I have a total of 110 foundation single crochet stitches all the way around the top of the skirt, and you're going to divide them by the number of loops that we have, the chain 11 loops that we just created on our floralist design. So that is 28 loops, and we have a total of 3.9, so that's roughly 4. So we're going to create loops. We're going to make sure that we make a total of 28 loops at the top of our skirt. So the loops that you have here, the number of loops, I have 28 loops. You're going to make sure you make the same exact number of loops on this side. Right, so to do that, you're going to make a slip stitch, a slip knot, and you're going to attach at the back of the skirt. So the number that we've gotten here, that means every fourth stitch gets a single crochet, but we are going to create chain 11 loops. So we're going to attach our yarn and single crochet, chain 11, and skip 1, 2, 3, and into the fourth make a single crochet. That's all that we are going to do all the way around. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and 11. Skip 3, single crochet into the fourth. So our goal is to have 28 loops, just like we have on the floralist design. Do what it takes for you to get the same exact number of loops that we've created on this piece. Alright, so I have a total of 27 loops all together, and I'm going to make my very last loop, which is the 28th. Chain 11 and slip stitch into the very first single crochet of the round. So just do whatever it takes for you to get that number of loops, the same number of loops that you have on your floral motif. And then we are going to make a total of 6 slip stitches into the next chain 11 loop. That is the 4th, 5th, and 6th. So 6 slip stitches, make a chain of 1 and single crochet into the same exact chain. So this brings us to the middle of the very first loop. And then we're going to introduce our floral motif. We're going to introduce our floral motif, and we're going to start attaching onto the chain 11 loops. So you're going to make a chain of 5, actually 6. Make a chain of 6 and attach into 1 chain 11 loop, pull through, chain 5 more, and single crochet into the next loop on the skirt. Chain 6, attach into the next loop, chain 5 more, and single crochet into the next loop on the skirt. So this is going to create a mesh pattern in between the floralist design and the skirt, and we're going to repeat this all the way around. So you can see the mesh pattern that's created in between. Alright guys, we've just placed a single crochet in the last chain 11 loop of the skirt, as you can see here. And now you're going to make a chain of 6, 4, 5, 6, and attach into the last chain 11 loop of the floral motif, and then chain 5 and slip stitch into the very first single crochet of the last round on the skirt, which is this one. So just make a slip stitch there, make a chain of 1 and cut your yarn, then pull through, and let's see what we have right now. We've joined the floral motif onto the skirt using a mesh pattern, and this is what we've ended up with. Now I'm going to get a double strand of the yarn that we've used, just as we did for the foundation single crochet round. I'm going to clean up the top edge of the floral motif design here. Alright, so I have my double strand here, and I'm going to make a slip knot, and we're going to clean up the top edge by placing a total of 4 single crochets in each and every space. So you're going to attach your yarn in any space, and actually instead of single crochet, let me use a half double. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. So 4 half double crochets in each and every space. 1, 2, 3 and 4, and then go into the next space with 4 half double crochets, and you're going to repeat that all the way around. Alright, so we made it around the skirt with the half double crochet stitches, and you're going to slip stitch into the very first half double crochet to wind up your round. You're going to make a chain of 1. Now we are going to make an elastic kind of waistband by placing an elastic strand at the top. So you're going to measure your waistline measurement. You're going to take your waistline measurement. For me, I'm considering 28, and then you're going to subtract 6 inches. That will bring me to 22 inches, somewhere there. And then you're going to go ahead and tie a knot. Alright, after tying your knot, we are now going to place this elastic strand on top of the skirt. So to do that, you're going to get the elastic strand and you're going to work around it, placing a single crochet round. So in each and every stitch, place a single crochet, but working around the elastic strand. Alright, so we've made it all the way around, and I slip stitched into the very first single crochet of the round, and this is what we have. We have an elastic waistband. Now we're going to go onto the base and we're going to create fringes on the skirt. So you're going to take a measurement from the top of the skirt up to where it stops. I have a total of 16 and I want a skirt of 40 inches. So that means I'm going to make a fringe of 24 inches. So the difference between the 40 inches that I want for the skirt and the 16 is the length of the fringe that we are going to create at the base of the skirt. So we are now going to attach a fringe at the base of the skirt, and I want my fringe to be a total of 24 inches. So that means I'll cut strands of 24 times 2, 48, and then fold it into 2. Fold it in half, and then every after one stitch we shall be attaching a fringe of 2 strands, just like that. So every after one stitch you attach a fringe of 2 strands. So that means each fringe will be represented by 4 strands, since we fold our 2 strands into half. Hope that makes sense. So you're going to go all the way around the base of the skirt attaching fringes, and we shall see what the final look of this skirt will look like.